Good morning, good morning. What are we listening to? That sounds so lovely.
Sadnik.
Nice.
Jazz music.
You know what? He's going to be coming to Orange County at one of our local sites. So I'm going to get that information, blast that out to you. I'll be attending. I want to say it's support. I want to say it's cool. I'll make sure I have that information for you. Okay. All right, let's get started. Once again, you guys, what day is it? Is it Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Thank you. So what are we doing today? What? Tried and true. Look at that energy. We got energy in the house. Tried and true.
Guys, tried and true.
Energy in the house. Okay, you know what, you guys? Our staff, we just have the most loveliest group of girls with just fantastic hair. And without this vast variety of items, they need assistance with it. I need assistance with it. So with that being said, let's get started and find out even who invented them. Does anyone have an idea? No? Nothing? Well, let me tell you.
I do. The barber shop used it.
The barber shop did
The
it.
nail shop.
And the nail shop.
And the other haircut.
You are so brilliant. Okay, well, let's go back all the way to 1872. 1872, you guys. So 1872, a gentleman named Marcel Gratteau, apparently he's, is it French? Thank you. Just revolutionized the hairstyling technique. He invented this amazing iron waver / machine / item for so many reasons, to beautify women and housewives and worker bees, and just when you want to go to church and church it up, you want to look lovely as you're sitting in the pews. The people behind you are like, wow, look at that hat, look at that hair. Come on now, right? Don't you think it's fab? So this amazing gentleman, Marcel, in 1872, their hair was long. And these heating irons created this wave. And when he came up with this, he used tongs. Now, when you think of tongs, are you thinking barbecue? Are you thinking bacon, flipping it over? Isn't anyone getting hungry? Is it lunchtime? You know, I don't know about you, but one of our staff members, hubby, makes a darn good brisket. And I'm pretty certain he makes tongs, but if he starts curling her hair with them, I don't know if that would be okay. But this gentleman invented this, and within the next results, after just 50 years, again and again, Vogue magazine caught on, started publishing and taking pictures, that's what that means, and just seeing this amazing, beautifying technique occurring, and he just became popular. So it took over. So he became a fortune in just the profits alone with this high client. He was just in high demand. So it just became amazing. So he marketed to all the hairdressers, just like you said, Shannon. And right, and the barbers. Absolutely. So everybody, this completely shaped the whole different scene of going to the beauty shop. Exactly. So it's a new source of this. So this gentleman, fantastic. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate my curls. Now, moving along. Okay, so we did talk about the heating of the tongs, putting it over a fire or some sort of heat, and extra careful putting it on your hair. Now, guess what? We've moved on. An amazing gentleman. Want to see who he is? Yeah, we'll get to education later. Yeah, get to it later. Solomon, do we see this gentleman here? Oh, yeah, we don't want to drop out yet. Look at all that. Okay, now that's our friend, Marcel. Yeah, back in the day. What year, Ken?
1872.
Thank you so much. Moving on. And then we're gonna look for Solomon Harper. Look how dapper this gentleman is. I know. So this gentleman, super hard to read, an inventor of the curling iron. Okay, so this gentleman was, I'm gonna read it here because it's a little bit easier for me. In the Great Depression of 1930, in the US, the beauty industry, it was a big boost in the African American inventor. He created the first electric hair rollers. Now, I want to just let you know, I bought my first set, broke it, bought another set. This is an electric rollers. Now, this gentleman, Harper, I'm super grateful for him doing that because I can throw these in my hair. They're not hot right now, just for safety. Throw them in your hair, clip them right in. You look a little silly, but you get to walk around and do what you need to do. Feed the cat, have some orange juice, water, because you need about 8 glasses, right, guys? And do your business. So you take them out, and do I have curly hair?
Yeah.
Hello, are you guys awake?
Yeah.
Do I have curly hair?
Yeah.
Do I normally have curly hair? No. Thank you, Mr. Solomon. I appreciate your invention. What an amazing gentleman. What year did he invent this?
1930.
And in the Great Depression, is that correct?
Yeah.
He wasn't depressed, not at all. He was inventing. We're just moving right along here. Okay, we're gonna jump right into, let's go like, let's see, that was the 80s or 40s. Let's go the 40s. We started doing twisting rags. Some of the girls, let's see, this stuff right here. Let's go here real quick on the pink things. Yeah, and literally tried and true, these work. They're not pretty and they're not soft. So it's your option, but it works. Now these, do those look soft? Come on, guys, help me out. Vicky, does this look soft to you? It does. Doesn't that look soft?
It is what you have.
You do. You put it in your hair. You can lean on them. You can do that. And look at this. Matter of fact, Laura, you mentioned something about a material. Get up here and help me out. Come on now. She has this beautiful long hair. Watch your cord for safety. Tell me about this a little bit.
So the one that I've seen, actually, like on Instagram, some of the girls, Instagram influencers nowadays, that's what they're doing. The one that she had was very similar to this. It was like a band that went around your head, and then it had these things that kind of just fell down, and then you wrap it around, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up, and then you have this curly hair.
And you just go, voila.
Yeah, which she tried it out all different ways,
Yeah.
different products, like putting, curling creams in and all that stuff, and finally figured out the perfect way to do it. So,
Fantastic.
now, try it and true.
Yeah. And again, it's soft, right?
Yeah, those are
this is not comfortable, but works. Beauty is pain, girls.
Yeah.
Come on now, girls and guys.
Unless you're doing these. Like,
Yeah.
I remember using these when I was little.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still
mom
do.
would kind of half blow dry my hair,
Yes.
and then put them in, and then she'd make me go to sleep, and then I would have them kind of all falling out all over the place.
Totally gonna get to that. You're 100% right. Then, I speaking of half dry and whatnot, we're gonna get to our blow dryers because I want to get to yours in just a minute. This is a blow dryer and a brush at the same time. It's like a 2-in-1. I'm a little lazy. I have to get to Elwyn on time.
Time saver.
You guys have to get on the bus, get on time, right? I have to buckle up. I have to be safe. Sometimes there's traffic. I dilly-dally. Sometimes I have to drive through Starbucks, right, Carmen?
Yep.
Oh, hi, Felipe. I see you over there. And hi, Travis. So this is a blow dryer. You can kind of do some curls. My hair was a little bit longer. It works. But by all means, lazy, this works.
Does
Okay?
it do a good flip? You know how
It
those
does
girls
do a
have
little
a good
bobby.
little flip
It
in,
does.
or a flip out?
Yes. little straightener, little flip, it
Yeah,
does.
because that's,
Yeah.
I'm going to the hair salon and getting my hair done. I wish I could
Oh, I
blow
don't
dry my
want a
hair
long
out the way
time.
that they do, but I just can't. I have the rolly brush and the thing.
No, I like to just sit there,
Yeah.
sit back, let it,
But that
can
kind
you
of
do
gives
that
it the
for
same
me?
effect a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, no, I look forward to every 5 weeks doing
Oh,
that
yeah.
for sure. And sometimes I cheat and go 3 weeks if I get a paycheck, right? Okay, so let's move on to the other blow dryer, like right here. Because, do I have a picture of an old fashioned fabulous blow dryer, you guys, by chance?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Can we go back to Marcel? Black and white photo? Yeah, is there one right there? Yeah. Look at this, you guys. This was back in the day a blow dryer. And it's warm and this cozy little helmet right over your head. And you just sit back, and I'm not kidding, you just take a nap for a good few minutes. And you can either have your curlers in, the pink soft ones, the little rat ties, and you just take a minute, maybe read a magazine. You have nothing to do. You don't have to
Put a
just watch
timer on it.
it.
It had a timer on it.
Oh, there was?
There's a timer on the back of it.
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
On the chair.
I
there
never
was a
wanted that
timer.
thing to turn off. I'm just saying. If you could do my toes too, I'd be grateful. But guess what? Laura has a better invention.
I do.
Let's do it. Check it out.
This hair dryer, I love this hair dryer.
When'd you buy it?
I bought it about 3 years ago.
Wow.
It's lasted a really long time.
Okay.
It is very tried and true.
Okay.
The one amazing thing that I love about it though is that it has an automatic shut off. So if you turn it on, there's some sensors here and there's a sensor here that senses your hand holding it. So you have it holding, but if you put it down on the table, it automatically shuts off.
Did you guys see that? The pages were moving, which tells you it was on. You
Yeah,
heard it on,
but
and
it
it
turned
shuts
off.
off. Do it
Yeah.
again, because I think
And
I
then
blinked.
you pick it up and it just starts back going.
Nice.
And then you can put it back down. And then boom, it shuts off. Which
So how safe were you guys? Because
very safe.
it's super important to unplug your appliances when you're heading to Elwyn, heading off to work. Coffee pots, curling irons.
There has been
Yeah.
some times that I have forgotten
Yeah.
to turn my hair dryer
Yeah.
off or whatever it is, and it's
For sure.
it's nice to have the automatic shut off. It also, when you're trying to brush your hair out and the blow dryer's going and you're just like trying to hurry. So it's nice that it shuts off. It saves energy too because it shuts the machine off.
Yeah.
So it's a good
Super
product.
interested in the purchase. Was it
Yeah.
worth the cost? Because it looks pretty high end.
It was because there's volumizer on it, gives you a little bit of lift.
Okay. Okay.
Bunch of temperature settings on it and stuff, so you can go as high or low as you want.
Good. I have a little room on my credit card, $29.99 for the rest of my life. I
Yeah.
like it.
So definitely invest.
Okay.
A good
I'm
hair
on board.
dryer. I like
Okay.
it.
So once your hair is blown, let's move on to curling irons. You guys, this was the first one. If you notice, the tongs, like I talked to you about with lunch, moving over dinner like steaks and briskets and hot dogs and barbecue stuff. That was actually hair. His first thought process.
That's like
So-
insane to think of.
I don't know, but Vanessa was nice to bring in a bunch of her wonderful products. Do you guys
Yeah.
want to hear? I know. Do you guys want to hear about her wonderful products?
Yeah.
Vanessa, get in here. Come on and talk about yours. Because, as we're moving through the years and the inventions, I mean, we're now like somewhere in the 1890s, late 19th centuries. We're moving into these items. Vanessa, what do you got there?
Well, this is kind of like the tongue.
Yeah,
It just has like a little clip.
Yeah, you can pick up hot dogs with that.
And it has a little stand. That way you don't have to set it and it's very hot. So you just
Burn the table.
the little
Yeah.
stand.
Another
and it
safety
just
mechanism.
opens.
Oh, I see that.
It also has an on and off button and it will light up green or red.
Okay.
The green means it's on and the red means it's off. And on the side, you just turn it and it has how high you want the heat to be. So it has 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the way to use it, this little clip thing, you grab your hair, put it on there, and then you just turn it. And then once you feel it kind of warm in your hair.
Usually
Yeah.
count to 10. That's my
Or count to
general
10,
rule
yeah.
is
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Right.
7, 8, 10,
5.
down.
Right.
Or you smell a cinch.
Exactly. That's when you know it's ready.
Definitely,
Please, back
definitely
it
take it
up.
out if you smell a
You know what I'm talking about, Maria. Your mom's got your hair all curled up, gorgeous, not pretty. Yeah, all of a sudden. Yeah, I see you. You're like, Mom,
Wrapped it up.
Mom, you're on 11. Yeah, get the next
And
bushel.
there's different sizes. This one's a 3/4
Yeah.
inch.
Yeah.
There's other bigger ones. It just
Awesome.
depends what size of curls you want.
Yeah, I think I got
And
a 3
Con
inch
Air
at
is a
home.
great brand. We've got Revlon. We've got what's yours?
T3.
Okay, fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We also talked about the flat iron back in the, let me go back here. I forget, in the 1872 when, they even used to use ironing boards with the iron. I don't know if y'all remember that, but with, yeah. Now we've come a long way in mid-90s. What talk to me about
Well,
this?
this one is a magic wand. It's Xtava. It has a little lock button at the bottom. And if you use it this way, it's like a wand where you could curl your hair.
Curling
But
around,
it's
yeah.
also like a straightener, kind of
Okay.
like the one that you mentioned,
Yeah.
Kerry.
Yeah.
So it also has
So it's hot on top and bottom.
yes.
And
So you do
inside.
have to be a little careful, guys. Honestly, between me, this might not be the tool for you if your natural reaction is to grab the handle. So be extra careful.
Yes. And so it also has a plus button if you want more heat on it, or a minus one.
But that's really neat that it's like a 2-in-1 though.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of cool because then you don't have to have like a curling iron and a straightening iron in your.
Exactly.
You know what? Yeah, that's cost efficient for
That
sure.
is very cost
Yeah.
efficient
Yeah.
and saves room. in
Hey,
your
but
cabinet.
I'm noticing you have something here. What's that?
I know that's a like I don't know what that is.
A glove, a heat glove.
Oh,
So it, and this
Oh,
one came with my
your
comb
hand.
strainer.
Ah.
It's a comb.
Look at the additional generation. So this is
What?
probably older. And then as things evolve, smarter, more storage, more, just
Oh,
space
right.
efficient. Go ahead. What do you have then?
So it's a comb. It helps also to comb your hair once it's
hair.
of course dry, and it gets very hot from the back and then also from the front. So that's why it came along with this heat glove.
So you could probably use it for any of these warm products. It's kind of smart because I'll be honest, I use a pot holder. I know. Just saying. I'm not gonna lie. Laura, what do you have here?
This
I'm not
one
gonna lie.
is
I might need two.
it's a waver. It waves your hair.
Seriously.
But it's got 3 different curling barrels on it. And this one is a little bit trickier, and it did take me a little bit longer to figure out.
Can we go to the curling iron photos by chance? This, yeah.
Yeah,
Look
see,
at this
it's
one.
not even on there yet.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, this one, like, you have to, because it's a waver, not a curler. So it doesn't give you curly hair, but you put it in, and it gives you, like, a beach wave effect.
Okay.
Like, if you, like, braided your hair and then took it out.
Right. All day long, she's
Yeah.
been.
But it
you know,
definitely,
finishing.
like, it takes some
Oh,
time. I usually only do it if I need to fix my hair up
Yeah.
a little bit.
And you do have to have at least shoulder length hair and longer.
Yeah.
It wouldn't necessarily work for my hair, but a little, definitely these
Yeah,
girls
longer,
for sure.
longer hair.
Definitely.
These are very interesting though.
Yeah, super
The way that
fantastic.
they're configured.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so let me,
Okay,
I'll
I'm gonna
speak
speak it really quick.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna read some
See
facts.
that I do have Afro-American
Ah, look
hair.
at that.
This right here, there's actually what we call a heating apparatus. And I don't think you guys can see it, but those right there go into this machine. And it's almost the same exact thing that he made. And instead of putting it on the fire, it now goes into a machine. You take it out and you slowly click down the hair to straighten it. Or you can do the same thing and curl with it. This can get up to like 350 degrees.
Oh, so like an oven, when we were
It's like
making
an
our cookies.
oven. There you go. This is called a heating oven.
Okay, that would burn my hair.
Basically, no, It's a professional one. It's like a ceramic one.
Yeah.
And you
We're gonna
put
talk
your,
about that.
yeah, you put your thing here, exactly, basically like the tongs that he made.
Yeah.
And you click them down the hair. It's not something you hold on the hair steady. You kind of smooth it down the hair, almost like your straighten your hair, the flat iron. But this gives it more heat because our hair is more coarse. Some of us have more coarse hair. So to get some of the curl out and to get it really silky straight, they use more of these and this type of wand to straighten the hair.
How awesome. You know, I just have to make sure I point this out. Do you guys realize 2 gentlemen created this?
I know.
Not women.
I just said that, Kerry.
Did you?
I was like, this is weird. Why are men creating
Gentlemen, inventors. These both were engineers by trade. And that's pretty fantastic. So everyday use of curlers. Good idea, bad idea?
Good idea.
Good and
Bad
bad.
idea.
Good idea for beauty. Bad idea for hair. Beauty is pain, I'm okay with it. Tried and true. It'll break, it'll dry out your hair. Use product, go to your local drugstore. Check out Amazon, my favorite connection. Does that's a football team. Does titanium, but we like UCLA. A clap.
No, we're not.
Okay, anyways, titanium or ceramic better? And we just talked about this. I'm assuming this is, no. Darn it.
I think they're all titanium.
Titanium, yep. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. And ions, which we talked about on your beautiful,
Yeah, hair dryer.
oh, turned it off for safety. Is easier to curl and does not use does not create as much damage. Titanium curling iron is better. So we want to use the titanium versus ceramic. Ceramic, when we count to 10 on my hair, you might want to go 6. On the other girl's hair, due to texture, you might want to go 10. You can even go to 11, but those girls are a 10. Okay, with that being said, do you want to, hey, really, peanut gallery? Okay, do you want to use wet hair or dry hair when curling your hair? Oh, you know what, that's not a bad idea, thanks for speaking out. But really, on a simple note, damp will not damage your hair. Damp is the better way to go. And you ready for this, Shannon? Do you know what works better if you want to keep curls in your hair? Felipe, are you listening? Hi, Felipe, I see your hair. You do not have to wash your hair every day.
With shampoo.
You don't with shampoo.
Oh, I don't.
It works better a few days. You can go without it. You don't have to wash your hair every day.
You don't.
What?
You said you don't have to wash your hair every day. She goes, you don't.
Yeah, you don't, but Dad makes you. Okay. Well, anyways, it holds a curl better. I'm just saying. But you make sure you listen to your family, loved ones, and friends. If they tell you to wash your hair, what should you do?
I take you to the barber shop.
You take it to the barber shop and wash your hair. Shannon, I appreciate your input. Anyways, tried and true, head to the beauty shop, barber shop,
And
or cupboards. Do you always make sure you turn them off? Yes or no? Do you turn your electricity, your power off?
Yeah.
Yes. You want to make sure all your hot items are turned off before you go to what? Elwyn,
Cool.
right? Safety first. All right, you guys. And as far as going to school for all these talents, you can actually go to a cosmetology school and learn about this program. You can actually make a living off beautifying other friends. And it's just, you can actually make a great living anywhere between $22,000 to $70,000 a year. I know. Okay, but, and on a serious note, it's a really respectable school. It's manageable. You still have to buy books. You still have to attend to be on time. And if you notice, they practice on mannequins. You don't have to actually practice on your friends. They may not want a haircut every day, okay? It doesn't cut and grow as fast as you think. Okay, but you want to make sure you see a license when you go to Supercuts. You want to say, Sally, can I see your license? You want to, when you get your nails done, you want to say, hi, Linda, I want to see your your license. So make sure they have those safety precautions and are still wearing masks, okay? All right, you guys, be safe when you're out there beautifying yourself. Tried and true, these items work. All right, enjoy. Happy Tuesday. Laura, unplug your fancy blow dryer.
So you can make your money goals happen. Good grammar and spelling are
Who's there? Thank you, girls, for showing all your beautiful. I totally interrupted you. I'm so sorry. Fantastic. That is another year I'm going to be there. Bye. Awesome. A looker.
Yeah, everybody come and get ready for the next day.
Right.
Oh, come on, I don't want you in on it.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Jeremy, where are we visiting today?
We're going to Ohio.
Ohio? Who's from Ohio?
oh,
Matt, you have?
Where we from, baby?
oh, yeah.
Oh, we to Colorado. Oh, yeah.
Someone's excited.
Yeah. I know, Ohio. Hello, Debbie.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Jeremy.
Morning. So everybody who's watching at home on this little live stream, we're going to go to Ohio today.
Yeah.
So everybody in class, by a show of hands, who here has been to Ohio? I know somebody has. Matt?
Yeah.
So that's one. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. So, yeah. So today we're going to be talking about the state that is known to be the state of presidents.
Yeah.
We're going to learn about that in a little bit.
Oh, good job, Ken.
So we'll move on to the next slide. So guys, if I were to ask you what the what the location of Ohio would be, where would you say it's located? Ken?
Pennsylvania, west, east of Indiana.
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome.
Yep. So here's the flag of Ohio. This is one of the strangest flags you're ever going to see because unlike other flags that are rectangular in shape, this one has a notch in the middle somewhere. So that's why if you look at all flags and compare it to the Ohio flag, well, this one's going to have a triangular notch right at the end, right over here. So try to fit that on your license plate.
Yeah.
So if we move on to the next slide here. So like Ken said, it is bordered by other states like Indiana. It's also bordered by Lake Erie to the north, West Virginia, and Kentucky. It is one of the only states that is not only located within other states, but it's also bordered by a Great Lake. So geographically speaking, you're going to see a lot of plains, flatlands, and some highlands because, well, if you look here on this map, you'll find the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh, what?
So you'll learn something new when you visit the nature over there.
Sounds like a lot of history.
Oh, it is a lot of history, as we're about to find out pretty soon in the next slide. So let's move on to that one. Looks kind of different, doesn't it, when you look at the map here?
Yeah.
This is the colonial map. Once upon a time in the 1700s, It was not, I repeat, it was not an English colony like most of the states you see here. It actually belonged to the French. So French settlers, they settled right around here, right around the Appalachian Mountains, but they had a little dispute with the English, and that's how you got the French and Indian War, sometimes known as the 7 Years' War. And it was called the 7 Years' War because, get this, it lasted 7 years. Yes, Ken?
Not only on the North American continent, also on the European continent.
Yeah, pretty much. It was considered the first World War before there ever was a World War.
Wow.
It involved about a dozen countries, hundreds of territories. Yeah. It was a war that was fought, and the British ended up winning the colony over here, but it wasn't until the American Revolution that's when Ohio just became another territory.
That's right there.
Yeah. And it wasn't until 1803 that's when it became a state. But I have to tell you guys right now, it was not formalized until 1953 under the Eisenhower administration. So let's do some quick math. That's about some 50 years or some 60 or 70 years after it declared its statehood. So that's quite a long time to be recognized as a state, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a lot like if California, where Elwyn is located, were to declare statehood in the 1800s, but not recognized until the 1960s. Yeah, that's quite a long time. As far as why that was, that's still something of a political mystery, I guess. So yeah, and you're probably wondering, where does the name even Ohio come from? Well, it comes from the Iroquois, and
The word means great.
Yep, it means great lake. It also means great river. It comes from the name Iowa.
Yeah, corn.
Yep. Here's what's Ohio known for: cornfields.
Yeah.
So if you look at Ohio, strategically speaking, it is located in what is called the breadbasket, or sometimes the corn belt. Because, get this, it is some of the most fertile land in the United States. So that's where you're going to see a lot of bread and corn production.
The soils are rich, different color.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
As you can probably, well, not necessarily tell. It's a lot of corn, to say the very least. So if anybody is interested in getting corn, well, you might as well get it from Ohio. If you're willing to drive, fly, or I don't know, do we have spaceships yet? I don't know. So let's move on to the next one. Any of you like rock music?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah. Yes, Ken.
Well, I can play baby in Ohio. Never been to Ohio myself, but I heard about it.
Yeah. So you might have heard of the Rock Hall of Fame. Yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is pretty much where everybody is inducted as some of the greatest musicians in our history. So you're going to find people over there like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and the list just goes on.
Yeah.
I myself am a lover of rock music. I would love to visit this one day. It'll be one of my things to do on my little bucket list. So if we move on to the next one,
Nice.
the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are not afraid of flying, because these guys are the reason why we're able to fly in the sky. So does anybody know about the Wright brothers in here?
Yeah, my dad. You know,
Yeah, Ken? Go ahead.
Wright brothers were born 1871. No,
Yeah.
Wilbur
Mhm.
and Otto Wright.
Yep. So these two, they're actual brothers. They've actually flown the first plane in Ohio. And the first plane, well, let's just say there were some disastrous results, to say the very least.
There were just some engineering flaws.
Pretty much, yeah, because there was a design that was not exactly smart, because they put, I kid you not, 50 wings each side. It did not work out well.
Wow.
I guess the idea being the more wings, the more likely you are to fly. Works in theory, but it did not work out in practice. But the Wright brothers, they were make airplanes possible. So hope you guys are not afraid of flying. So let's move on to the next one. Any Bengals fans in here?
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals. So yeah, if you are to
We're
go to,
Cincinnati Reds, but
We just wanted to buy
Oh.
We just were bypassing.
Yeah. Okay. So not huge fans in here. Did I hear Broncos? That was a few sessions ago.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm pretty sure that was a few classes ago.
Oh, I thought that'd be
Cincinnati be Reds.
Who doesn't like Tigers?
Oh, Bengals.
I don't know.
Shannon said, well, Bengals are tigers.
And Maya's the
Okay,
listener.
so what do they play? Baseball,
Oh,
soccer?
They're one of the biggest football teams in Ohio.
Football. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So as you know, they're one of the big sports along with the Reds. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, Kerry. Had I known you were a Reds fan, I would have put that up here.
Thank you.
Oh, you're a Bengals or Reds?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, both, I guess.
All right.
So let's move on to the next slide. So, what makes an Ohioan? That's a big question here. So, as you probably know, it's somebody who was from Ohio, who was born and raised in Ohio. But as you're probably going to tell by now, there's a lot of European history within Ohio. So, a lot of times you're going to find a lot of Ohioans are people of German, Irish, English, Dutch, Scottish, or Polish descent. Yeah, 9 times out of 10.
My people.
You? Which one are you from?
Well, I did my family thing.
Yeah.
It was Irish.
Irish.
Irish, Scottish.
Oh, that makes sense, Snyder.
I know, right? Well, that was O'Brien or O'Burns.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're going to find that a lot of Ohioans, they live right around the big cities right over here, away from the Appalachian Mountains. You'll find smaller communities right around the ridge over here. Yeah, you'll find a lot of towns, villages, and probably a few hamlets here and there.
What about the weather?
The weather, well, that's kind of the funny thing because you're near the mountains. Well, it's going to be more likely that it's going to be cold right around the autumn and winter seasons, a little warmer around the spring and summer.
What about bugs?
Bugs, sorry to break it to you, you're near the nature. You're near the nature, you're going to get bugs either way. If you're,
Heroes love you there.
yeah, you should know you're from there. So, the other people you're going to find in Ohio are anyone else outside of the European races. So you'll find African Americans, Latinos, Asians, and you're going to find other Native Americans like the Iroquois, the aforementioned Iroquois. So yeah, you'll find that some of the Iroquois still inhabit these areas, specifically over here, because that's where they'll find the Yes, Ken.
Climbing Brett Krause, he's from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, is he?
He's young, with Brooklyn, so
Maybe I should have brought him in here.
Brett Krause.
So,
Yeah, I will.
so let's move on to the next one. So let's conclude. Welcome to Ohio.
Yeah.
So, some interesting things that you'll know about Ohio. The nature, the cityscape, and you'll know this much. It has been the birthplace of 9 U.S. presidents.
Are you Republican?
Did you give him the what's around that both ends joke?
Nope.
Ken, are any of them Republican that are born in there?
Not with the little old Republicans, yes.
Okay.
Grant, Hayes, Garfield,
Yeah, we're just doing some political check.
Cool.
Harrison, McKinley, Harding.
Oh, I didn't mean for you to ramble them off. I mean the ones that were born in Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you were doing them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to find a lot of rock music over there. You're going to find a lot of cornfield production. You'll find a lot of memorabilia to airplanes and the first invention of the first flights. So if you ever go to Ohio, which take me with you if you're going to ever visit the Rock Hall of
Rock and
Fame.
roll, history. Are we all down for a road trip?
Yeah. Road trip.
So yeah, if you're ever interested, take me with you.
Right? Back it up, Jeremy.
And probably ask Grace Dawson. She knows more than I do.
Whatever, take us. Awesome.
Yep.
Any
So
other questions, guys? Katie, any questions? You want to ask if they have horses there or ranches, farms? What about you, Matt? Oh,
What's up, Ken?
Tuesday, Meyer, new beef, news from Ohio.
Okay. So, to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever do have an interest in visiting, please visit the Appalachians. Please meet the people. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
I knew it when I started coming in. Because I was hoping Thanks, Marcia. Good job, Jeremy.
Oh my God.
Good.